preview for you. Slide version 10.1, given interesting. Okay. So let me know, Ambassador Chukwemeka, can you see my screen? Or any of ambassadors who is fast with a mic?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, you can see me, but not my screen share. Okay. Thank you for that.
This, yeah.
Let me share the slide. Great.
Yeah, the slide is showing.
Okay. Thank you so much. I have to also monitor from the other device. So what is SWIFTtrip? SWIFTtrip is a decentralized mobility and commerce service providing business. This is something for the future. And what keeps us excited is not just SWIFTtrip, it's the future, our future. Seeing how we are actively preparing for a better life, it's the thrill behind this whole thing. That's why I say be strong for yourself and not for me. Not until you understand how exciting it is to plan for your future, you would, in one way or the other, feel that your activeness in SWIFTtrip, your participation in SWIFTtrip, is for the benefit of maybe someone. It is for you. Not until we all single-handedly have come to that realization, individually rather, we come to that awakening. Awesome. Awesome, the effects from then on. If every one of us as shareholders, just few of us that are always participating live here, are the ones who have come to that realization that this is for us, individually, for you and your generation. And that means you will put every necessary effort to ensure you become an owner of an airport with no delay. The milestone that must be reached, must be conquered, must be solved in order to transcend into this reality. It is not negotiable. SWIFTtrip needs to sell 3% of her shares to get this done. Who's going to sell it? You and I. That is the purpose of educating the people every single day. Now, let me teach you something before I dive into this whole presentation. How to sell to people. We say, come and sell these shares of SWIFTtrip, which you have bought one of it, share to others. I want to know, let the media give me an update. Are we live? Media, are we live? Great. So please, able shareholders, go to the Telegram, the Facebook channel of SWIFTtrip, go to the YouTube channel of SWIFTtrip, share this meeting to your friends. Comment, like, share. If you are part of SWIFTtrip, you should be doing this for SWIFTtrip on our pages so that the people out there will get to know the value they receive from meetings like this. So you, the YouTube viewer now, you're welcome. The Facebook viewer, you're welcome to this call today. So how do you sell to the people? Have you ever seen people who say, I can't sell? You've seen? Or it might have happened to you. You say, I can't sell something. Why? It's the fear of rejection, right? What causes that fear of rejection? Desperation. You're desperate. What if you can come to the point where you don't care if anybody buys from you? That brings to the end of your desperation. I've said it all. You know, they say, success has no secret. You want to get a secret, how to sell? I've said it all. Every other thing I'll be saying is maybe just to expatiate. Stop trying to sell. When you are trying to sell, you are what? In desperate need to sell. So you keep on being anxious. And the time you find a person say no to you, you take it as a personal thing. What am I not doing well? Hey, stop the desperation by having no need to sell. What we're doing here every single day is to educate you. You buy into it, someone else will buy it. If you say no, I won't buy into it. So the moment you buy into it, congratulations, you got it. We are not under pressure. That we appear here morning and night to teach the people what they need for their future. We're not in any way desperate. That's why I always tell us, you didn't put money in anybody's pocket. All you need to do is get into the mood of what? Educating. Once you do that for yourself, you have conquered desperation. And you will begin to sell. The moment people discover that nature or that character inside of you, in fact, the moment you kill desperation, a whole new life, a whole new confidence, a whole new courage emerges that you never knew you had. The act of trying to sell will give you, you will keep putting up those actions that will repel people away from you. It is like you are pursuing money and not making impact. Once you kill that desperate need to sell to someone, you will find yourself teaching the people the thing they actually need. That's why at times you see me forget to talk about SWIFTtrip. It don't concern me whether you buy. My God. What I know is that someone will buy it and we will get it done. Copy that nature and fly. Then you apply the law of average. Is somebody with me? The law of average. If you read maybe Google, you go chat GTP it will give you, you get different information about it. But my definition to the law of average is the more you do, the more you will get. And I bring it to educating the people. This law of average, it could be different in every person's life. The law of average, like, was it Paul Agam that spoke yesterday in our meeting when he testified? He said, I've spoken to 5 people, 4 has registered. There is a person who has spoken to 10 people, 1 has registered. There's a person who has spoken to 20 persons, none has registered. There's a person who has spoken to 50, 1 has registered. The law of average differs. But you begin to experience a blissful return, a massive return, by the time you have, number 1, killed desperation. You are not in any way in any need to sell. We say it is leaving $80,000 to $180. You buy it, no problem. You don't buy it, March 1st, $180. You don't buy it, someone will buy it. No pressure. We are not in any the people who buys it, I'm already an owner of an airport. Do you get it? You that have bought it, you are already an owner of an airport. The person who won't buy it, thinking he's doing you good, that person can't be an owner of an airport here. Because you will still find the person who will get it. The 2.4 million persons who will find it. So we are not in any desperate need in any way. And you see us keep doing what we ought to do so well. We cannot talk less. I have understood this since 2021. That's why the same way I talk. The time you tell me not to say something, for instance, I said, Swift will make you a trillionaire in dollars. Somebody will come private. You know the condition we are. So why would you say that kind of thing? Hello, keep it. Since 2021, we've been saying it. Because we understand, say, buy am. Another person, go buy am. So when you keep desperation, you do the right thing the way it should be done. And when you keep doing the right thing in great number, every day we are here, live talking. So we are giving people enough things to watch about us. They get to know us and they will buy. If they don't buy, that information out there must reach to someone else who will buy. Have you been in any pressure to sell? Do you know what's going to do to you? You are going to reduce that desperation once you take a no personal. You have been hunting a person, you become a hunter. You are hunting for a person who, you are hunting, I don't want this person. Everything you do, the person can feel it in his spirit. And the person don't want to be hunted. Is he or she an animal to be hunted? The person would simply repel you. And once that's should I call it repellation? Once it happens, you take it personal. And then, rather than doing the right thing, which is you need to apply that law of average, which you need to do more of the right thing so that the thing you need can happen, you are going to shrink in. You would rather not want to speak anymore. You would rather not want to say about it. So you find yourself doing the right thing more less. And then your sales would reduce drastically. And so you say, I don't know how to sell. Kill desperation by not having or being in need to sell. Don't be needy. What's the right thing to do? We need 2.4 million shareholders. What can I do from my end? I have to do my own advert. Whether radio, whether Facebook, whether personal talk on the road, I must do my own part. That's the right thing to do. How often can you do it? Strategize it on a book. Don't stop thinking with your head. Write it down. Calculate. I need to talk to 50 persons today. Put it down. Whenever you've talked to one, check it, move with your list, check it until you get to the 50, you walk away. You bring yourself to the place where you will make presentations. You have not been able to go out there to maybe host a seminar like on the radio. You bring people to crowd. You say you don't have money, right? No money to hold a meeting, to sell. Sir, go out there. A meeting with a person is a time of presentation. Keep presenting. Keep giving yourself. It's free. It's free. People say, I need money to start. You need no shishi. You need no time. People on the road, do you pay them to stand to listen to you? The person in his shop, do you pay him to listen to you or pay her to listen? You need no dime. Go out there. Throw yourself into a presentation. Present and present and present. Not being in need whether they buy. Your own is educate them. And then the law of average will begin to apply. You could have talked to 10 and one would buy what you are selling. You could talk to 20 and one would buy. You could talk to 30 and one would buy. Whatever your own law of average will be, you will see it display right before you. Don't implement somebody else's own. You hear a person say, I talked to 4 register. You begin to say, what's happening to me? Nothing is happening to you. Do the right thing in quantum. In quantum. Excess of the right thing will bet massive success. Excess of it. You know what to do. Do it in excess. My God. Is it financial breakthrough you need? Stop praying. Hey, stop praying for it. You know what to do. If you have found SWIFTtrip, your financial breakthrough is here. Do that right thing in excess. The money will flow. How can a shareholder maybe call me and say, I am broke? You ain't doing the right thing in excess. Are you with me? Simple truth. You ain't doing the right thing in excess. You are withholding back, but I'm happy that this teaching today has taught you that the reason why you haven't been doing the right thing in excess is because of desperation. So again, I summarize, or I just end with it. How do you kill desperation? Stop being needy by killing the need to sell. How do you kill it? Don't care ever again from today, if a person buys from you. How easy is that? Don't care less about it. You know how to be careless? Careless. Be careless about it. You buy? You refuse to buy? Just careless. And then you will see the kind of confidence that will erupt from you. You will wonder, you mean I have this before? Careless of what people have to say. That thing that you have ever said to yourself, I can't do it. Check it. The reason why you can't was because you cared so much of people's response to you. You cared so much of what they have to say. From today, care less about it. Congratulations if that has helped you. Most times when I speak here, I tell you my secret. If you adopt it, it will change you. SWIFTtrip is calling you, come build an airport, come build a road transportation business. And this is a Web 3.0 decentralized eco chain enterprise. A robust platform built for robust services. So these core services are what? Built on the blockchain. Aviation, e-taxi, e-commerce, logistics, hospitality. This is what we're calling you to come on. And an AI, which is the app, works for you for the rest of your life. When you employ a person to work for you, will they work for you forever? No. Right? When you employ an AI to work for you, does it work for you forever? Yes. So who should you employ? Employ an AI. Happy are they that hears these secrets and they implement it for their lives. Airpeace is in the course of the aviation. They are doing great. Uber is in the course of the e-taxi business. They are doing great. Amazon in the course of the e-commerce business. Doing awesome. Logistics, we have the DHR into this. They are doing awesome. And we have Transcorp Heating in the hospitality doing massively well. So has SWIFTtrip gone live? We are in the development phase. And that's why we're calling you. Come, let's build it together. When we build it together, it becomes a business. In the process of the building, if anybody tells you it's easy, never you again sit with that person to hear what the person have to say. Let's go out there and sell these units. Sell to other subscribers. We'll find them. And how do you find them? Never you be in the need to sell to no one person. So you sell to 100 persons per day, one go buy. Without you never being in need of that person to buy. Subscription plan. What are you buying out of this? Media, can I see this on the screen? The profit share slots. Yeah, thank you. We have the available unit for you to buy now. 0.5015%. We have the deluxe of 128 million. $128,000. Congratulations, it's going out in 4 days from now. So from March 1st, what will be available? 0.5015% only. And today you are getting this on a promo of 80,000 naira. Congratulations that you bought it. From March 1st, anyone who hears about this opportunity is paying $180. What's $180 to own an airport? Is it expensive? It's because we're in a place where inflation has eaten up the value of your currency. That's why when you tell a person $180, the person will say, well, go tell it to people who are in dollar country. They'll tell you, are you sure? This? That's what they get. Maybe within working 5 hours per day, they've got that money. So it's nothing to them, right? So if the Nigerians were, I am here in Nigeria, talking to Nigerians. Nigerians don't buy it. People will buy it out there. Buy it when you get it. So when will SWIFTtrip go live? Can I have my picture beside the slide, Media? As always. Great. Thank you. When will SWIFTtrip go live? So that we can understand what we are pursuing here. The company has an offer to everyone. 5% is what we have for everyone in the world to buy. I mean, everyone in the world can buy. So can everyone actually buy it? No. So how come you are under pressure to sell to a person when you have the world to buy this? How come you are desperate? How come you're taking a no personal? And then the business launches at 3% sold. Once we've sold 3%, that you've taken 0.50, 1 to 5%, you kept that, another person takes, one person to one unit. You take all of these, 3% sold, business launches. So, how many persons will consume that? 2.4 million persons. How do you check that? And why do we say persons? We would have said units. You see unit on the screen, right? But I'm saying persons because it's one person to one unit. So when you go to look at the shareholders app, this is clear to everyone. A man was asking the other day who just joined our meeting. These 2.4 million units to be sold, or 2.4 million persons, is it only visible to the CEO? Is he the only one seeing how many persons has come in? Because if that's the case, meaning it could be either reduced to say we never reached there, or we enhance it to say we don't reach there. However, it's not going to be transparent, right? So the answer to that, everyone can see this. Everyone can see it. So long you're a shareholder, go to your app. You would see, when you sell a unit, you would see it count. 1. So if you saw it maybe at 10,950, go sell one, you would see 9,501. And as you're doing all of these sales, when you sell, aren't you paid? Don't you receive commission for the sales? Don't you receive a profit from the work you did? You received. In SWIFTtrip, do we pay you from the share that someone has bought? No. The person who is buying it pays you that money to say thank you for bringing this opportunity to me. I will come there. I will come there. SWIFTtrip is going to launch in Nigeria and the United Kingdom. And these are certificates before we scale global. Awesome. What makes SWIFTtrip stand out? The PYC, pay your customers. This is awesome because first of its kind, a customer is going to make use of our service. A service that the customer knows 100% that whether we give him money, he must use it. Because he has been booking flights, he has been booking rides, he has been booking hotels. Has he ever been paid? No. You see this PYC, massive selling point at the time SWIFTtrip launches. When people will no longer need to pay a dime, they download the app. They do the normal things they do with other companies, but in SWIFTtrip, they are paid. They are on payroll. Father, I'm skipping all of this. Let's talk about how you earn. All right. I am Honorable Richard Nadi, founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. Thank you for believing in me. How you profit as a subscriber to SWIFTtrip. Per trip profit evaluation. I want to teach you how you make money here when the business is launched. So I'm bringing you into the way the system thinks. So you can think like that, make calculations, and teach people, educate them how the system will come in to build will pay us. When you hear building, let me just say it again. Please think of a building. Think of a building. How beautiful is it when you are tearing the ground for foundation? How beautiful was it when that place was even a forest? So it was cleared off. Then foundation. How beautiful was it? Was it palatable to live in? Did it take time? Did it require hard work? Maybe you built it without lifting a block. My God. That was because you were paying hard for the labor. You paid for it. Something left you. The people who built it, people who lifted the block, people who carried the cement. If you are building 10 stories, how did they carry those concretes up there? Maybe with crane, with whatever. But in some places you see some laborers, they construct stuff, they would climb it, pour that concrete, come down, take another. Labor went into it. That's a building project. Nothing is erected without energy. By the time your children rips out of this and someone sees them and say, oh wow, you are successful, and they never knew the path to that success. Before you can get something for free, someone paid for it. That house, you paid the laborers and they labored, and you labored with your cash to build it. When you hand it over to your kids, they didn't know the kind of labor that was paid for it. Every building, be it a business, be it buildings, whatever, labor must go into it. So the time you begin to enjoy the process involved to beauty, to elegance, to glory, congratulations. You are now beginning to live life to its fullest. Enjoy this process. Enjoy the selling process. You are not selling this alone. I am selling. You are selling. Sell these units to the people. I repeat, as you are selling, don't be in any pressure to sell. Catch the fun in educating the people. Tell them if you don't buy it, someone else will buy it. You will see what will happen inside of you by the time you implement this I have taught you today. Many has been applying this thing unconsciously, and many have been applying it consciously. Whichever way, you have now come to the realization of what you were actually doing, why you have been selling with so much confidence. You never cared if anybody bought. I see someone nodding his head or her head. See, I catch that. Is it a secret? It's not a secret. The things that leads us to success are very common around us, but we just don't observe them. Simple. So there it comes to your observation. You then say, oh, wow. Then they say it's a secret. It's not a secret. Have I said anything that looks strange here? No. But has it helped someone? Yes. My God. All right, look at this. Look at this. Per trip analysis. A person booked a ride. SWIFTtrip has launched. We've labored in this process. We've built it. And now somebody booked the ride. It's now in the realm of that beauty, that glory, that elegance. People are craving for it. People are making use of it. It's now accessible. Somebody book it and it solves. Somebody have a need and our system just solves that need. Just like that. People begin to make use of it worldwide. And you who built it, you can now relax and make money out of what you built. So how do you make this money? You come into SWIFTtrip today, you bought 0.5025%. Just say 10. That man, the passenger paid $10 for the ride. $10 multiplied by 0.5025%. What do you get? 0.60125 kobo. That's what you get as a shareholder from a trip that cost $10. Let's look at Naira. Somebody booked a ride in Nigeria and paid 8,000 Naira. If you are a shareholder of SWIFTtrip in the position of this 0.5025%, what do you get? Just say 8,000 multiplied by that. That gives you 0.301 kobo. You see how minute this is, but I want to show you how cents can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. Amazing. Wow. That's per day analysis I just skipped. Now, where we could be in 5 years from now, or from now. No, sorry, not from now, please. From the launch of SWIFTtrip. 5 years from the launch of SWIFTtrip at the reach of 3% shares sold. So if you become a shareholder and you allow only the CEO to be selling, you can now tell when SWIFTtrip will launch. But if you put your hands, forget about the next person selling. Your own effort is all that matters. If you ain't selling, expect it to happen whenever it happens. If you are selling, expect it to happen when you want it to happen. Put all the energy that is required. It's a done deal already. So I'm bringing per trip, and why I'm showing you per trip, or why I showed you first, is because you earn on every, it's a smart contract. On every transaction, you earn. We're not paying you at the end of the year or at the end of the month. At the end, not at the end of the day, at the end of that ride. Once the driver clicks, I'm using the e-taxi, once he clicks, trip completed, you earn your percentage straight up. So this is a share that takes you out of the risk of the business. So the company will not say, risk or expenses. The company will not say, this year we expounded a lot. We built our organization more in China. We built in India. So we used almost everything that was required. Or all the profit that came in, we used it to expound the business. So please bear with us. You just earn this cent at the end of the year. Next year is going to be powerful. And next year will come up again. We have launched in Afghanistan. And we used the business profits to get over. Will you argue with me? No. Who have argued with the ones they've told you before? Say you bought shares and you're earning the kobo at the end of the year. Here in SWIFTtrip, it's a smart contract. Your profit is not involved in the expansion of the business. Go study the PYC. You see the 10% that the company is reserving. That is what is used for expansion. 80% goes to the driver. Your 5% from the shareholder goes to you if you own the 0.5015%. That one goes to you. And by the time we've shared to the 0.5015% to everyone who is in a position, it must be 5%. That's why a person cannot say, I'm too close to someone, I'm too close to this. When we say it is closed, a person come and say, I am your brother-in-law. I am your senior brother. The share is finished, it's finished. From where will we give to you? It's a closed cap. That is why you know it's a done deal. When you hear it, hold your share. You don't understand it, pay. Hold the share. Join meetings. We are always here. We teach you what is involved. 13 times per week we are here. 13 times, morning and night. And the person say, I am not carried along. For how? How did it happen? It means you are not following us up. Are we the one that will follow you up? Or is you that will follow us up? We make every resourceful information available 13 times live. And the person will say, I'm lost. How did the loss happen? If you join us steadily 5 times, just 5 times out of these 13 times per week, you will be fully grounded of every part of SWIFTtrip. Because every day we talk the same thing in different dimensions. Oh, come and see now. Let's see this. This per trip analysis you've seen on a trip of $10, you earn this. But because the paperwork, right? We are all sticking to that $10 so we can get something accurate. But in reality, it's going to be flexible. Amazing. Media. Let's see. 0.50125%. Which you got from the trip of $10, multiplied by 50 trillion trips. This is an accumulated trip assumption in 5 years as worst case assumption. 3 years is what our best case to have concluded this. Years coming, we'll be talking of 500 trillion trips, 5,000 trillion trips. 50 trillion of trillion. I say time will come in the realm of trillions, you will just be talking what you don't understand. But because it's an AI, I mean, accumulated trips, you see everything documented. So you see figures you can't pronounce. I don't teach you for school. So it just makes sense to conjoin 50 trillion of trillions. Hey, come build it. Come build it. So long Christ tarries, God decides to stay 1 billion years from now. SWIFTtrip is there, blessing generations. Blessing and empowering generations. How many years do we have to live? How many years? Me, do I still have up to 70 years in this life? What is then keeping you slow? What is keeping you slow? What are you reserving your energy? When will you exert it? Is it in the grave? My God. We need lions. Lionic mindset. People who are fearless. You've lost in the past, and so will you remain in the past? If you remain in the past, you pass away with the past. It's time for greatness. So let's just use 50 trillion trips. This is mega case of what is coming in the future. So if a person argues with you for this future of 50 trillion trips, 5 years, leave the person. Is it that you want to help the person? You ask the person what's comfortable for you. Can it be done in 20 years? Follow. This statistic, what statistics? Time will cure all of those statistics. Throw away every statistics you think you studied in school or whatever. They might have shown to you, maybe on Google. Say the people are 8 billion. So 8 billion. How will people now become in billions, now patronize 50 trillion trips? All of this. Tell that person, the better you keep that wisdom, the better for you and your generation. Follow foolishly. That is how we say it here every time. Follow foolishly. What the Bible says faith? It says faith is the substance of things hoped for. You want to dive into that foolishness. It says evidence of that which you don't see. That which you ain't seen. The realm of creators. It's a realm of foolishness to the normal mind. But a realm of massive wisdom in the spirits. Only by exerting that wisdom that is foolishness to men is what guarantees your access into the invisible, that realm of infinite supply, that you can now bring supply in quantum to men. Follow foolishly. It is the natural man, the natural mind, that we call it foolishness. But to us, that's why we say, just follow foolishly in the eyes of the world. And when we're done, the world will call you wise. Why is it so? And those who are proving wisdom now, why will the world call them foolish later on? Anytime you hear of a person who got access to an information that is massive today, for instance, a person who missed Coca-Cola, what do you call the person? No be me talking. If you find a person who missed Uber, and you check the sources of Uber today, what do you call the person? But at that time, the person felt he was wise. Throw those wisdom away of the natural realm. Enter into the foolishness that in the spiritual realm, it is wisdom, pure wisdom, clean wisdom, that is devoid of every form of corruption, of impossibility. You know what corrupts the pureness of your thoughts? Impossibilities. Based on statistics you were taught. Oh. 0.50 multiplied by 50 trillion trips. You see how insignificant that thing is. Multiplied by the power of system, by the power of AI that has performed 50 trillion trips. It didn't tell you I'm tired. It's not looking for shifts. It's just there, ready. What is the next billions of transactions that I can perform for you? In a blink, it's done. $6.25 million has emerged out of that insignificant figure through the power of system. Media, where's my picture going in the slide? Yeah, when you display that slide, I like to see the picture behind it or beside it. Always. Wow, March 1st. That's good. I love that. What am I seeing there? March 1st. Somebody say March 1st. March 1st. My God. Woo.
March 1st.
Thank you. 8 billions. We bounce. All right. 0.301 kobo multiplied by, that's 5 billion naira. This is what a person might be struggling for all his life. Manual labor. Come, let's build a system That labor you will labor manually to get 5 billion that you are now scared to spend, because if you spend it, you will labor again to get it. And if you don't spend it, you will die and leave it. And then the people who didn't know the labor you exerted to build it, oh my God. Media. Didn't I say I want to see my picture when you put the slide? Okay, maybe another man mounted the media seats. Anyway.
We can see you and we can see the slides, sir.
No, I'm not even talking to you on the Telegram. Talking to my media team right here. They know what I'm saying. And the YouTube viewers. Subscribers asset growth in 5 years. $100,000 becoming $6.25 million. That's a change compared to what is coming. 5 billion naira, it's change compared to what is coming. A person who owns a system can spend that, spend it off, and it will come back to you. SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars. What will be my role as a subscriber in the movement leading up to the launch of SWIFTtrip? What will be my role leading up to the launch of SWIFTtrip? Become an active campaigner. Become an active seller. A seller that does not care if anybody buys. That's what it means to be an active participant. You are not perturbed. Tell them I love SWIFTtrip. Just let the people know how much you love SWIFTtrip. Ask them, have they heard about SWIFTtrip? And tell them, join SWIFTtrip. And big from SWIFTtrip Campaign Pool Fund. Was the SWIFTtrip Campaign Pool Fund? Whomever is coming now is paying $19 for the SWIFTtrip, for the campaign sponsorship fund of SWIFTtrip. What do we mean by that? The person who is campaigning actively is paid in the process of campaigning. Alright? So, where do we get the money to pay that person who is campaigning SWIFTtrip? Who is actively selling the units for SWIFTtrip? The person who bought. Good. The person who bought pays that money. $100 from March 1st goes to the profit share subscription. That's the project fund. $80 for the, let's just say, advertisement. For another person to hear, you will sponsor the process for another person to hear and buy. $80, without which that person keep your $100. You can buy a unit of SWIFTtrip. So, when everyone coming in, we've sold 10,000 units, right? 10,000 plus, let's just say 10,000. As at the time we fixed this slide, the campaign pool fund, maybe it will be updated as we go by. We'll keep doing a reduction of what's available. Then if it eventually increases the advert bonus, it will also increase what's to come based on the leftover units. For now, minimum $191,200,000 generated from what? $80. And somebody would say, I want to do this. As a shareholder of SWIFTtrip, you are handicapped financially. Put in excess the right thing to be done. You will get whatever project you need done. If it's finance that has been involved, you will get it done. I taught us yesterday, if you want to own a car, or let's just say you have a financial goal of what you want to be in your account, Set a goal on paper. Yesterday I taught us that we think smart. We think smart when we think on paper. We are not smart enough to just keep it like that on the head to say, I will have this by doing this and by doing that. Whatever you think just like that, it remains like that. Do you want to experience massive progress and no longer massive activities leading nowhere? Begin to think on paper. Oh, begin to apply, think on paper. And how do you do that? Let's say at the end of the year, so now is March, right? Now is March. Someone could be out there doing laborious work. And you have an access to an information that can put in your account over $50,000 at the end of the year. I mean, over. If you choose $200,000, you will have it. If you choose 50, you will have it. If you choose $1 million, you will have it. I've shown you the pool fund. What do you want? Write it on paper. Break it down to a monthly goal. If that's your year goal, you know already this is the number of months that has left the year. So you no longer have 12 months. You have about, let's say, 9 months. You say, this goal I have divided by 9. Are you with me? Or let's say 10. Since we're just entering March. Divided by 10. The summary of that, how many days do we have, or how many weeks do we have in a month? Divide that goal by the number 4. Your outcome, break it into a daily goal by checking how many days do we have in a week. And you break the leftover to daily goals. Now, do in excess. If you have found that daily goal, maybe you need to talk to 100. Tell yourself, I will talk to 200. How do I get it done? If I need to employ hands, if I need to go on social media, if I need to go on radio, I will have 200 persons a day. Do it in excess. Do it in excess. If you have a daily goal of 100 and your goal is to talk to 100, you will never be able to get to 100. You must always target higher than your target. That's another lesson you need to learn today. So you can meet that target you actually have. This is how our mind works. Oh. On every sales, $50 come to you. If you have learned anything today, I have told you, don't pursue getting that $50. If you are, how do you pursue it? How do you pursue to get $50 per sales? You are in need for a person to buy. The person will literally, he will see you crying, begging him to buy. From your voice or from the things you are saying. The person will feel haunted and the person will run away. And you will say, this person, why I beg like this? Everything I talk am, this person no gree buy. What am I doing wrong? Am I not talking? You are in need to have that $50. Begin to see yourself as already in possession. If it's $200,000 you want to have at the end of the year, see yourself as a possessor already of it. If you already have the $200,000, how will you act? How would you act? Will you be in need of $50? The answer is absolutely no. If you already have it, will you care of who bought? No. Begin to act like that. Begin to implement in excess what needs to be done for you to get there. You will see it happen right before your eyes. Do you see the generational effect of this? $15 third level, $10 fourth third level. Second level $15, third $10 third level, $5 fourth level. Do you know that you will never need to touch that savings You say you want $200,000. Let's call the $50 you accumulate to hit the $200 as your savings. You will never need to touch it for anything. Say you want to care for whatever around you. The second level, the third level, the fourth level will take care of all those things for you. Because everyone around you will copy the same fire you possess. Because the moment you enter into the realm of education, you will be educating the people aright. When you remain a hunter. Once you hunt the person, you don't kill him. You leave him. You leave him, they pursue another one to kill. Who wants to be killed? Nobody. So everybody will run away. The ones you can kill, you discover that once you kill them, they will not be able to perform. Because you didn't educate them about the business. You were just after the money. But once you educate them, you will see the fire in your team. Congratulations. I believe this has helped someone. And when you go in that might, soonest you will become the star of SWIFTtrip, the face of SWIFTtrip. These are extra cash awards. When you sell 50 units, $50 is an appreciation. Say thank you. Regardless of all the $50 you've earned, we're coming back with this one to say thank you for getting to this milestone. You sold 500 units. The company said thank you, $1,000. You are now an icon. You've sold 5,000 units. The company says thank you. You are now the star of SWIFTtrip. The stars of SWIFTtrip, those are the persons, the company, at the launch of SWIFTtrip in the United Kingdom will pay your flight, your accommodation, everything you need. You'll be there with us. Let's get it done. Do not miss the SWIFTtrip Profit Share offer. As we do in Essex, what needs to be done? The good Lord will make our efforts rapidly blossom in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Subscribe now. SWIFTIFY Technologies Limited. You're paying to the FCNB account. You have Naira account, you have the USD, pounds, euro. If you're comfortable with the USDT, connect with this number you see there. Ask for the USDT wallet, and it's going to be given to you. Thank you so much. We bounce right to the top. Once you've made the payment, you send your receipt of payment to the person who told you about SWIFTtrip. Name, email, and phone number. Ensure you don't pay to anybody's account except the company's account. Why we're saying this? Shareholders of SWIFTtrip will always give you the company account. Any person who's giving you his account, they pay to my account. We don't know that person. And if anything happens, the company cannot fight to say, I paid to this person's account, they block me. We didn't ask you to pay in anybody's account. What we'll fight for is when you have paid to company account and you send your receipt to the person, say, get me registered, and the person is now sleeping and refusing to register you, the company can stand for you and say, what's happening? Why aren't you registered? Oh, fight the fight, what will we fight? You pay to the person's account. Don't expect us to lift up a finger to say, why aren't you paying that money for that person into the company's account? You fight the fight on your own. I am Honorable Richard Nadi, and I always say it as it is. Congratulations. So we have our able shareholders in the house. Are we blessed in this meeting today? Let me hear our mics if we have any place that we can say, oh, sorry, a double mic from this device. Yeah. Let me hear from able shareholders. What did you gain in today's meeting? Raise your hands, middle button activated. Click the middle button, you'll be able to speak. Antonia, how you doing, madam? You're given the privilege to speak. My God, 11:22. See me. Wow, 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 wow. I said I would just talk very brief. 11:22. don't think I will be able to take questions. So I'm leaving that for Ambassador Chukwemeka. Ambassador Chukwemeka, thank you so much. I have a lot on my table and I need to get back to work. Thank you, able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Whatever I do it for us. So if I say I'm going back to work, I'm going back to work for you. Thank you. Ambassador Chukwemeka, can you come into the mic and help us take questions? We cannot round off this meeting without questions. I can't end the meeting without taking questions, okay? So I'm leaving it up to one of us. Can we hear me?